Well, hello and welcome to another Daily Dominion. It's Saturday morning. I'm back from my trip to Naples. I got some nice Italian cookies for my coffee that I can consume now, but we have a very interesting kingdom on our hands. I'm not sure I'm a fan, or actually I'm sure I might not be a fan of this one, as it might just be a bit chaotic, let's say. And yeah, right away, looking at this, we see that there are lots of strong attacks, or two strong attacks in Kitsune and Margrave, also not that strong attack in Giant. But Kitsune and Margrave are going to shape this game for sure. And there is Guardian to defend against those, and we are going to try to not be attacked all too much, but still it's going to be quite a messy game, I think. There is a synergy in Fortress and Enlarge, as you can just very easily gain nice 5 cost cards of Enlarge. Also synergy with Fortress and Rice Broker, essentially allowing your Rice Broker to draw 5 cards very easily while keeping the fortress around. So I think this is going to be our main source of draw here. And of course, there's also Margrave for supplementary draw and an attack. Kitsune to attack the opponent as well. And after 5 Kitsunes have been played, Flourishing Trade will become available or active, and then from that point on, actions are also buys, so even more reasons to get some more fortresses. And also, cards will cost 1 less. I don't think this will affect all too much, as like something like Duplicate is limited by the price point of 6. What you will be able to do is then maybe enlarge your like curses or coppers into silvers or changelings, and that might be a bit better, but it's not like that insane. Of course, cards being cheaper will affect our ability to buy stuff. And apart from that, anything else that might be interesting? Well, there's the Kitsune and Changeling interaction. You can gain silvers for Changelings, but this will stop working once Flourishing Trade is active. There's Defiled Shrine, which will allow us to gain, or if we buy a curse or gain a curse in our buy phase, we can take the victory points off of this. So all of the action supply piles start with 2 victory points on them, and they get moved as soon as those cards are gained. And at some point, there might be an interesting decision to be made whether to buy a curse or not. I don't think there is another good way to gain a curse in your buy phase. I guess if you gain a cursed village and get the plague hex, then you might just pick up on the defiled shrine along the way, but that's a 1 in 12 chance. Oh, I mean, I guess also locusts could help you if you trash one of your own coppers or a 6. So I don't think, you should plan with that. Anyways, let's look at the kingdom plot. It looks rather balanced, I'd say. Yeah, I mean, there's draw, there's buys, there's thinning in Rice Broker and Enlarge. It's just that the thinning is very expensive, so it might take a while to get there. Opening wise, I think the 5-2 is rather good here. Because there are so many great 5 cost cards. On the 4-3, oh, actually the second thing should just say 3-4, not the 4-3. But on the 3-4, you might just buy a Guardian to immediately start with one of those 5 cost cards. The Guardian is not the bad card in your deck, just because the attacks might just be so oppressive. And the reason I like Enlarge as the first 5 here might just be that, well, you can enlarge into fortresses, but also you can enlarge Copper into a Guardian, and that might be worthwhile. So otherwise, I might have preferred the Rice Broker maybe, but also, Kitsune might be good. Margrave has the problem that if you were to find it turn 4, then you might trigger a bad shuffle and not benefit that much off of it, but of course it might also draw you to a $5 hand by dollar. Anyways, that should wrap up my rambling at the beginning, and I should just start. Of course, on the 2-5, it doesn't make sense to start with Guardian. On the 5-2, you could, in principle, also, I guess, start with the Guardian. Now, AI starts with Duplicate. That's interesting. I did not see that coming. Let's get our Enlarge, and we do not find it here. That's really unfortunate. We might just go for a Changeling, because it's very likely that our Enlarge will be in our next 2 hands, and the Changeling will be able to pick up the second Enlarge then. But also maybe it's just better to just gain a silver here. Not sure. Yeah, let's go for the silver. And that's not great. I guess we pick up this Guardian and get this Changeling. It's not great just because, well, we did not trash an estate before the shuffle and rather trash the copper, so we're less likely to be able to hit 5 again. And yeah, we might just buy a Guardian here, actually. Let's for sure put this on Fortress, put another... I forgot about the 1 coin we had. Get another Guardian. We won't hit 5 next turn either, I think, unless the third estate bottom decks. But still, yeah, I think we gotta go for this. It's far from optimal. Oh, I forgot about the silver. Okay, the estate bottom decks, and we have the silver here. Very unfortunately, AI did not find any of its Kitsunes on that turn, so we will probably be hit by a Kitsune on the next turn. On the plus side, we already shuffle here. And I wonder whether we pick up a Kitsune or a Rice Broker, just to... I think the Rice Broker might actually favor us. Kitsune, of course, is great if we have Terminal Collision with the Enlarges, but Rice Broker might just help us get through our deck a bit faster. And yeah, we will be hit at least only by 1 Kitsune here. Pick up another Fortress. Those should always be good. I wonder, since we don't hit 5 here, I wonder whether it's good to just... Well, we could just buy a Guardian, or we could buy a Curse and say, okay, what are you going to do? We're going to be like 9 victory points ahead. I think the Curse is correct here, just because we are getting the trashing going nicely. I say that and we get hit by another Curse, and we don't find the other Enlarge. But next turn is at least going to be really good, in a sense that we will find the Fortress, the Rice Broker, and yeah, a bunch of good stuff. I don't think we want a third Guardian. In fact, I think it might just be good to not play the second Guardian here, just so we might find it on the next hand. And yeah, I think we just try to get through a lot of this stuff. We can play the Fortress, I guess, turn the Curse into another Guardian, and yeah, we might find, like, what do we have down there? We have fortresses, like 2 fortresses down there, and no, it might be better to just pick up 2 5s here, like one more Rice Broker, decline that, and a Kitsune for us. Then we don't get rid of the curse, we draw 1 fewer card. Well, let's get this fortress, and then we can still do the same thing. We got through one more card. We have thinned out a card that we don't necessarily need, and we got our hands on this Kitsune. We are nicely up by some victory points, and I think we just put in yet another Rice Broker. we have the other fortress in there, so we trigger the shuffle with a few rice brokers and the fortress. So we should be able to draw just fine. Then this other Enlarge can trash a curse for a guardian. And yeah, it's fine to trigger this. It's fine to get rid of that. Can get another guardian. Pick up, I guess, a Changeling. It might be better than a silver. Both could be remodeled by Enlarge. And play this guardian. And this is an amazing draw. So now we can really start... going for yeah, maybe also Margrave, just to annoy AI a bit. And Flourishing Trade is also active. Yeah, and I think our deck is now starting to get going, especially with this amazing Rice Broker draw. We should certainly put in another... Should we put in another Enlarge here, actually? I'm a bit scared of not finding a fortress in our starting hand, so that might be an argument against another Enlarge. Or it could just be another Rice Broker to thin out some more of the coppers. I think that might be the better thing to do. And Rice Brokers can also trash other Rice Brokers. So yeah, why not draw here, annoy AI a bit, and thin out those curses, annoy AI a bit more even, and I would say we are in quite the nice position. If we so pick up yet another rice, well, could also even be a gold at this point. I think next turn we can add another Enlarge. And the game is also very, very close to ending, actually. And I should certainly play this fortress, as it will yield us another buy, which we can use to buy a curse, actually. And because of Flourish and Trade, the action is just a buy. So why not pick up, let's say, just double Rice Broker, or Rice Broker, Enlarge, and then Changeling one of the Changelings maybe into another... Why not just another Rice Broker? Let's go all out on the Rice Broker draw. I think, due to our points lead, we might just be able to finish the game on the next turn. So yeah, I think that's good. Do we put the second Guardian in play? It could just be a target for Enlarge. I think let's not put it in play. And indeed, here we do not find the fortress in our opening hand. So we might just... What do we do here? We might just go copper into estate. It's not great. I don't really like it that much. We can go copper into Changeling. And then just kill a Rice Broker, I suppose. And now we have the fortress in hand. Life is good. We can play those. And now we should start looking for wins, even though there might not just be one there just yet. If we were to enlarge 2 fortresses into more fortresses, I think what we would be aiming for would be something like Rice Broker, Fortress, and Curse, because we're ahead by so many points. If we were to go for those fortresses, so we enlarge fortress into fortress, we play a fortress. We enlarge another fortress into fortress, we play a fortress. We still have 2 actions. We have a hand... Well, we can then play a third fortress, and we have 3 actions, 1 fortress, and all of this other stuff in hand. We don't need to play the Margrave. It really doesn't matter because the buy and the actions are interchangeable. We wouldn't need to attack AI. The Rice Brokers are also pretty useless. The Kitsune could go for Curse and actions. Do we have enough actions then? We would have, if we play all the fortresses, we would have 4 actions. If we play the Kitsune, 5, so 6 buys effectively. If there are 3 fortresses and the Rice Broker and 4 curses left, I think we're a bit short. Now, like even with the Changeling then coming in to get more, is there another way, another pile out that would be okay to do? I think enlarges are not possible here. Yeah, so what we might just do is actually just build our points lead and maybe go for gold here. We can play this fortress, we can play the Margrave and attack AI, and yeah, I guess we are going to trash out one of those coppers. We can enlarge Guardian into another fortress. I think that's fine. And just buy a province or whatever. And then just set up to pile out next turn. I might have missed a pile out there, but it didn't really feel like it would be possible that easily. So yeah, I think it's fine to hold off. Here we can go for actions curse. Get rid of this curse, play this fortress, and attack AI. We have 3 buys. And can just pick up a province. The gold can become another province next turn, and probably a silver or 2 estates. Both things seem fine, and this last Changeling can gain yet another Rice Broker. AI is not going to be able to pile the curses, the fortresses, and get a points lead here, so we should be more than safe. And we do even have a fortress in this opening hand. It's amazing. And yeah, we should just be able to close it out here. I'm not even thinking about this all too much, so let's just pick up fortresses, get rid of this fortress, and we're very likely to be able, like, even though, oh no, AI doesn't have a guardian in play, so we are very likely to just be able to pile out the fortresses, the curses, and decline that, and the whatnot. Maybe even the estates might be a pile to go for. We can, well, just buy 3 curses, to be honest. Let's go for the easy thing. And yeah, let's not miss out on any actions that we might have. And just cheap out here like this. Yeah, I think, yeah, we were almost there with the estates, but not quite. If this Kitsune had gone for actions instead of coins, and then we might have been able to do that, but or actions instead of curse actually, and we would have had enough buys for the 8 estates. But I guess that's also satisfying to end this game with a guardian play. And overall, I would say this went really smoothly. Of course, the 5-2 opening was rather nice. We got this early enlarge, even though we didn't find it on turn 3. I think finding it on turn 4 and then also staying under Guardian protection for most of the game was huge. Being able to pick up the Defiled Shrine points at points of the game where we were slightly ahead, of course, also great. And yeah, then just getting this army of Rice Brokers, they just synergize so well with fortresses for draw. And yeah, also give you a lot of reliability, because in the worst case, you can just fire up a Rice Broker on a random action card that you have left. Yeah, I'm rather happy with how this went. And with that, I will leave you here, and we'll try to catch you in the next one, whenever that may be. Until then, goodbye.